This is what you have to come to realize. They have normalized poverty, destitution, failure, etc. We have simply normalized prosperity, affluence, wellness, winning. 𝙎𝙬𝙊𝙆𝙎, your world is yours. So now we look at the ability to normalize things, and in the word normalize, we have the word normal. So the question is, what is normal, right? Normalcy is a statistical measure based on the frequency of occurrence of a specific variable, specific characteristic, specific trait, specific data point. They're qualitative, quantitative variables. I'm not about to teach you statistics, but based on the frequency of occurrence, frequency meaning rate of occurrence, of happening, of instances, that's what's considered the norm, or what is normative for any group. So you have a population, right? You have a sample size, you have a specific population. Now suppose we have the entire human race, 8 billion people. And then we have the United States of America. To my most recent knowledge, 300 or so million people, right? So 300 million people within 8 billion people are the American sample population. I'm not explaining this shit too much. If you don't get it, you don't fucking get it. Go read a fucking book and go learn some shit. Anyway, we're here to talk about what's normal. We have normalized having money, being fit, being sober, being actually enlightened, and living the prosperous life. Sober, fit, enlightened, and rich, prosperity, wellness, affluence, true abundance, true material mastery. These motherfuckers down there, humongous ass population, the 95%, the 99%, have normalized failing, have normalized being without, have normalized lack of health, to the point where you hear it in their language. Oh, you work out? Oh, you eat healthy? What do you mean you eat healthy? I eat normal. What do you mean I work out? I just do what animals are supposed to do, organisms are supposed to do. What? Oh, you get a certain amount of money? What? See, y'all don't understand that you need to click your mindset. I don't deliver the highest level insights on these videos, but sometimes my heart tells me I can't stop it. A lot of you have been not programmed, but malprogrammed. Malprogramming is what's going on out here. You have been programmed in such a way, in such a wrong way. Muy malo, malicious, right? Bad. You've been programmed in such a bad way that you don't even recognize that your shit stinks like a motherfucker. 𝙎𝙬𝙊𝙆𝙎, your world is yours. You done got so used to being poor, not having money, and being around people who say, money is bad, it's not all about money. Shut the fuck up. If anybody tells you it's not all about money, if anybody tells you it's not about material, it's not all about money. But most of these people are simply incompetent and have some type of sexual immaturity. They might be sexually active physically as organisms, but mentally as men and women, which is a state of psychology, not boys and girls and everything in between, but to be a man and to be a woman is a psychological statehood to achieve through independent soul maturity. Yeah, it's really like that. A lot of boys out here in men's bodies, boy-minded motherfucker, girl-minded motherfuckers, and like I said, everything in between. A lot of y'all don't understand the basics of this shit. And the problem with the quote-unquote spiritual community, I don't even want to use the word spiritual no more. I'm just energetic. I'm just energetic. Use my words if you will. But I'm energetically attuned. Spiritual is so vague, it's so weird at this point. But the problem with these individuals is that they have major root chakra issues. Root chakra is the bottom line, is it not? It's the ground level, is it not? It's the safety, it's the security, is it not? It's where we deal with violence, where we deal with sex, life, death. Right, that material world. Everybody wants to stay up top in the theoretical, in the abstract. But when you get down to the root level, it's the concrete. Why your world is yours? They've normalized living in abstraction and satisfying themselves to be basically voyeurs in the universal experience. True masters, and your level of mastery is going to be directly reflected in your material condition. So your mastery of immaterial forces is going to always be reflected in your material conditions. Now, my karma, my deeds, my actions, my thoughts, my energy has aligned me with being able to afford being in places and spaces such as these, being around multi-millionaires, 100-millionaires, and garnering a certain level of respect because of my being. It's cultivating a certain level of being first and foremost. And that's what we're here for. We're not here to have the most. We're here to be the best. Not have the best, be the best. And that's by being prosperous, affluent, healthy, wealthy, living the life of intelligence. The only proof of intelligence is prosperity, and the absence of prosperity or the presence of poverty is proof of the absence of intelligence. It's as simple as fucking that. It's either extremely obvious to you or you're totally oblivious. And that's what life is, an intelligence test. So can you truly perceive the value around you? Or are you so wrapped up in your stupidity that you can't even recognize that you think the world is as stupid as you? And to think that the world is as stupid as you is a higher marker of your low intelligence than you can possibly actually perceive. Whatever why your world is yours, consider the vibrations raised. We normalize being in shape. This is normal shit anyway. This is what every organism in the fucking world knows by default anyway. What are you talking about? Being the least mediocre physical shape? Somebody's gonna kill you? You gonna get ate? Or somebody's gonna fuck your bitch, bro? This is just the raw dog style of the matter. This is the ecological complex we live in. You either gonna die, get killed, be hungry, get your bitch fucked, or all of the above. You think I'm playing? You not sober? Same thing. You off point. You mentally, emotionally, nervous systemically compromised. You gonna be hungry. Somebody gonna eat your food. Somebody might kill you. One of the predators might get to your ass because you off point. Somebody's gonna fuck your bitch. This is life. A lot of y'all are so produced by the system to be barcodes in the system. I said this at the mountain when I was in Egypt. So many of y'all have been produced by the system to be barcodes in the system that you don't recognize. If the system dissipates, you dissipate, stupid. You're just another product of the affluence of the country, of the leaders of the country. You're not actually here on your own merit. Whatever why your world is yours. So I gift all of this awareness since day one, because I'm going to apply it. I don't know about you motherfuckers. I'm just leaving the breadcrumbs for everybody who needs to rise to the top as well, who has been mal-programmed, who has been programmed incorrectly and basically has a consciousness riddled with false conceptions of reality, conflicting values with the truth. I gift you this awareness so you can rise to your higher application of intelligence. Consider the vibrations raised. Have you normalized being a loser? Oh yeah, it's okay to procrastinate, you fucking loser. You don't do that over here. What the fuck? That's weird. You out of shape? That's weird. You still on drugs? That's weird. You can't control yourself? That's weird. Weird. Normal this, normal that, normalize, normalize. And if that's what's considered normal based on the frequency of occurrence of particular instances, then I'd rather be rare as fuck. The anomaly, the outlier. Some people are outliers. I'm giving a statistical analysis. When you look at the bell curve, you have the mean, which is in the middle, the average. Then you have one deviation above, you have one deviation below. That's 68% of the population. So suppose the mean is 75 and the standard deviation is 10. So one standard deviation above the mean is an 85. One standard deviation below the mean is 65. The mean is 75. So 68% of the population fall within scoring between 65 and 85. Then you have two deviations below the mean and above the mean. You have 95 and you have 55. That's 95% of the population. Then you have three deviations above the mean, right? This is assuming the max score is now 105. We can just shift the numbers down to 70. It'll make more sense. 70, 80, 60, 70, 90, 50, 70, 100, 40, and below. Right? See how I do the math right in front of your face? This is intelligence. Anyway, once you have above the mean by 1, that's 34% of the population. 34 plus 34 is 68. So one deviation above the mean is 34% of the population. One deviation above and below the mean, 68. So we're just going to go to the positive spectrum because anything below the mean is below average. And we don't even want to be average. Right? Right. You want to be exceptional. So let's move on the positive spectrum. One deviation above the mean. Oh, okay. Mean is 70. I got an 80. I'm one deviation above the mean. I'm a little bit above average. I got a 90. I'm two deviations above the mean. I'm above average. But I'm still not the best. 3 deviations. 100. I'm of the best of the best. But that 3 deviations above the mean isn't 34% anymore. From what I can recollect off the top of my head, I believe it's about 2.5% of the population. 2.5% of the population are in the higher scoring percentiles. That's where we aim to be. The highest of the highest of the highest performers, the highest of the standards. There are people 3 deviations below and the lowest 2% of the population. Why would you even compare yourself downward like that? Mindset, homie. Consider the vibrations raised. While y'all sitting there not even recognizing how much you've normalized poverty, normalized failing yourself, normalized sabotaging yourself, normalizing being unhealthy, normalizing being in lack, living in scarcity, not having the resources and the means to fulfill your desired ends, plans, and goals. We're over here like, what? We only normalize the best of the best, to the point where I'm in these places and spaces and I don't feel moved. I remember when I used to get excited off of seeing a view like this. Life changing, nervous system changing, brain changing. Being around and getting the experience and rubbing shoulders, yeah, to a point where it's normal. It doesn't faze you. You don't even notice it anymore. Fucking with, people I know. What? I don't even notice that shit. The watch? What? I don't even notice that shit. You have to get to these places and spaces. Then you can really say it's not about the money or the material. But if you're too incompetent, stupid, and low intelligence to obtain it, you don't really have a opinion, do you? Consider the vibrations raised. Life is an intelligence test. Depending on how well you score is how degree of prosperity you will achieve. Are you ready to rise with the ascendancy, the actual true ascendancy? What I just did in front of your face is phenomenal. No teleprompter. This is all freestyle. Stream of consciousness. The fuck? Get on the program. Rise to a higher standard of being. and fulfill the experience of existence that you want to, or stay poor. It doesn't really hurt us. You have to endure the suffering of the lower intelligence existence. It is what it is. So you either act on your intelligence or you suffer. We don't lose. We invite you. We're giving you a hand up, not a handout. Motherfuckers want a handout. They don't realize they're getting a hand up. It's an opportunity. But not even God is going to come down and stop you from choosing to lose. That's the beautiful thing about life. It's about choices. And that's what free will is. So if you so choose to be a loser, then, oh well. God said, I gave you that opportunity. It's up to you. Be intelligent. Rise to the best. Be the best. And look around you. Have you normalized being stressed, depressed, repressed, afflicted, constricted, restricted, malprogrammed to the maximum? It's time to unlearn the bullshit and relearn the real shit. Modern master teacher. Ain't nobody in the field like me, bro. A lot of people trying. We know what's up. Consider the vibrations, right?